You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we got another former WNBA legend, if you want to call them that, in Sue Bird, that is now not giving Caitlin Clark credit for the explosion in popularity for the WNBA. Now, we've been really fair to Sue Bird because for the most part this season, she has been very, very level-headed when it's come to Caitlin Clark. And Megan Rapinoe, her and Megan Rapinoe sat on a couch at some function the other day. I did the story. Megan Rapinoe took a cheap shot, and Sue Bird said, look, you can take the eye test, and Caitlin Clark is the Rookie of the Year. So she at least thinks Caitlin Clark's the Rookie of the Year. But this reluctance to give Caitlin Clark her flowers by current and former players is really strange. It's really jealous. It's jealousy. It's pettiness. Just like LeBron James and Charles Barkley said, I believe it's got something to do with the fact of, well, I was supposed to be that player when I came in. And then I was there for 15 years and I didn't even budge the needle. And no, nothing budged the viewership on this league. It's been a failing league. They've had terrible television revenue media right contracts. The ratings have been putrid. The gates have not been good. We don't talk about this enough. Caitlin Clark has had two massive gates, a $2 million and $1 million gate this season. And what does that mean? People were willing to pay up dollars way above the regular ticket cost to get into Caitlin Clark games, right? And we've seen all this. Before we get into this and jump into this, we've chronicled this with Caitlin Clark. I mean, this was from June 11th. Caitlin Clark has caused attendance figures to jump 87% to the opponent's average home attendance. Clark has accounted for 33.5% of all the total attendance. I mean, seriously, when Clark plays, the WNBA averages 15,591 fans in attendance. That's up 105% compared to 7,645 fans prior. The Indiana Fever averaged 36% more fans than any other WNBA team. But yet people will continue to come out there and they'll make it about either Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, or they won't give credit to either one of them. This is the most watched WNBA games in 2024. They're all Indiana Fever games except this one. The New York Liberty, a New York Market, and the Connecticut Sun. And it's got the rest of them are all Caitlin Clark involved games. Every one of them. By the way, you notice outside of games where Caitlin Clark is playing, Angel Reese is not in any of these games except games against the Chicago Sky in which Caitlin Clark plays. So nobody you don't have a million viewer game here by the Chicago Sky all season if Caitlin Clark is not involved, right? And they set a big record for the All-Star game with I think it was 4 million. So Sue Bird was asked about this. Dana Jacobson, I hadn't seen her in years since Cold Pizza on ESPN was doing this interview. Sue Bird talking about the rise in the popularity of women's sports. She says it's because players are more outspoken and there's less racism. What? By the way, Sue Bird would get destroyed over this. And let's listen to this.
How do you think it's hit that point now? I mean, is it just the perfect combination of Caitlin Clark coming along with Angel Reese and captivating us and the NWSL? Like, why now? I've worked in this forever, it feels like. You played in it forever. Why now?
You know, sometimes it's just timing. I think there is a part of it where we have some players now across the board that have personality. They're showcasing it. I do think younger generations, they push the envelope a little bit. You know, sometimes it's hard to admit this, but I know when I was coming out of college into the pro life, it was a little bit of shut up and dribble.
Yep.
It was a little bit of, for women, be thankful you even have a job,
Yep.
don't rock the boat too much. And I think younger generations, they want more. So that's a part of it. And I also think society, in a sense, has finally caught up to women's sports. I think a lot of the issues that we deal with, a lot of issues that people deal with in their day-to-day lives, all the isms, if you will, a lot of that is represented by women's athletes.
Yeah.
And now society's finally catching up to that. So somewhere in there, there's a
That is utterly absurd. All the isms. She literally used the word isms in this bullshit. Not you got a generational, once-in-a-lifetime talent into your league, and she not only moved the needle, she broke the needle. We're not going to give her credit no matter what. Even Sue Bird, who has been very level-headed, it is wild that she did not want to give Caitlin Clark the credit she deserves. It's wild. The numbers speak for themselves. The attendance and the viewership of Fever games highlight the main reason for the increased popularity of the W. Absolutely. The arrival of Clark was easily the number one reason, to a lesser extent Reese. It might have happened without them. We'll never know. No, it wasn't. They haven't even budged in 25 years. Seriously, they haven't even budged. It was because of Clark. Absolutely. Another gay woke athlete won't give credit where it's due. It's kind of hard not to get what this comment is saying, because it certainly looks like there is an agenda at work. It does. It's because of Caitlin Clark. That is the only reason, at least for the W. In other sports, Mia Hamm was the girl for soccer. Has nothing to do with the woke agenda. I think it's got something to do with the woke agenda. It does, but it's the other way around. Seriously. Them not giving her credit is part of their agenda. All right? She's definitely the reason that it's grown. But their politics, their social justice, all that crap, they will not give this straight white girl the credit she deserves. I feel like it's the opposite of Occam's razor. Let's look for literally any other reason besides the simple answer that's right in front of us. Agreed. This person says, I can't wait till the Olympics over so I can watch Cece and the Indiana Fever. I agree with that too. I'm ready to watch some basketball. Resentment, jealousy, racism, politics. It's been an unlikable league for so long, and there's a ray of sunshine, and they don't want it. Agreed. Should we name all the players that don't want it? Dejanay Carrington, Aja Wilson, all these players? Wrong person, wrong package. I watched until 2008 when they refused Becky Hammon a place on the Olympic team. I'm here for Caitlin Clark and the team now. This person was a fan, and they left the league. Said to hell with it. There's too much politics involved. I mean, seriously, not rhetorical, but why doesn't she give credit to Clark and Reese? They are the primary reason ratings and attendance have significantly increased. Well, you're part right. I just gave you the proof that Reese is not involved in that equation. She's not. So I still don't understand why people keep throwing her in there. It's wild. Seriously. I mean, God, the players were so outspoken that the WNBA Finals didn't top 1 million viewers. Agreed. It's nuts. God, I mean, it's Jesus. Caitlin is not outspoken. You are stupid. She is. How do you think they got charter flights? These young players ask for what they deserve, and they are making things happen. She's saying that's what Sue meant. I don't think that's what she meant at all. She just will not give her flowers, and I don't get it. I hate that term, but you know what I mean. Seriously. And Sue Bird has been a fan. Somebody says Sue Bird's been a big Caitlin fan. That's great, but this league has done nothing, and the ratings and the attendance And the gates, the revenue, nothing until now. Seriously. 2 words, Caitlin Clark. When she is not on the court, the WNBA is unwatchable. I have not watched a single second. If Caitlin Clark was not in that game, I have not watched a single second at all. What a joke. They are racist against their most popular player. I tend to agree with that, too. I mean, seriously. It's crazy. Yeah, it's wild. The old lady of basketball should open her eyes and see that the game has grown monumentally in the past year. Well, you're part right. Anything, there's Don Wilson, anything to keep giving credit where credit is due. Her fans are getting fed up with this shit, too, you know? I mean, honestly, it's like, wow, this league is totally unappreciative of what it is they have gotten. She literally has already landed them a massive media deal. I mean, I just did that video, 3 days ago. The NBA demanded at least $200 million from the television rights because of Caitlin Clark. Okay, they were valued at $125. And the NBA said, nah, we've got the player now. It's $200 million. And with the additional media rights, it's going to be $260. That's all Clark. Again, I showed you the numbers. Angel Reese is not in there. And hell, Sue Bird didn't even give Angel Reese any credit. I mean, honestly, it's crazy. Tell me what you think. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.